In this question, we have to find out the time period of SHM of a particle which is moving according to this equation. So we know that the characteristic equation of SHM is d square x by dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. So this omega square is compared with alpha, and therefore omega square is equal to alpha. So omega is equal to root of alpha, and omega is 2 pi by t. So t is equal to 2 pi by root alpha. So this is the time period of this SHM, and hence the correct answer is option number 2. Now in this question, the displacement of the particle along the x-axis is given by x is equal to a sin omega t. So we have to find out that this motion corresponds to which motion. Now when it is written that x is equal to a sin square omega t, then you should always try to write down this equation in the simplest sine or simplest cos functions. Simplest, I mean that you have to write down it in either only sine or either only in cos. So you have to convert the sine square to sine or cos. Now you can see that you can write down the sine square theta as 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2. We all know that sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2, and therefore this equation is equal to a by 2 minus a by 2 cos 2 omega t. So you can also write down this equation as x minus a by 2 is equal to minus a by 2 cos 2 omega t. So the mean position of this SHM is x is equal to a by 2. Its amplitude is also a by 2, and the frequency of this SHM is 2 omega. So this is omega dash. Omega dash is the angular frequency of this SHM. So omega dash is equal to 2 omega, and this omega dash is also equal to 2 pi f dash, where f dash is the frequency. So f dash is equal to omega by pi. So this is a simple harmonic motion whose frequency is omega by pi. So the correct answer is option number 1. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, it is given that there is a particle which moves in simple harmonic motion in a straight line. Now in first tau seconds after starting the motion from rest, it travels a distance a, and in the next tau seconds it travels a distance of 2a in the same direction. Then we have to find out the time period and amplitude of the motion. Now this is very important to note that if this particle is starting from rest, which means it is starting from such a position at which it is at rest. So we know that whenever the particle is passing through mean position, then its velocity is maximum, irrespective of the fact that whether it is passing through the mean position for the first time or for the second time or for the nth number of time. Its velocity would be maximum even if it is starting from mean position at t is equal to 0. But at extreme positions, the velocity of the particle is 0. Therefore, we can say that the particle in this case is starting from one of the extreme position. So let's suppose that the particle is starting from this position A. So the equation sorry for the interruption. Yeah. So for the equation of the particle would be x is equal to a cos omega t, or we can say that it is sin omega t plus initial phase would be the phase of this position, and the phase of this position A is pi by 2. So this is A cos omega t. So whenever the particle is starting from plus A, then the equation is x is equal to A cos omega t, or when it is starting from minus A, then the phase of this position minus A is 3 pi by 2, so it would be minus A cos omega t. So let us assume that it is starting from x is equal to A, and therefore its equation will be x is equal to A cos omega t. Now it is given that in the first tau seconds starting from the rest, it travels a distance of A. So it is also very important to note that this x is the displacement of the particle from mean position. So initially the displacement of the particle from the mean position is A, because it is starting from t is equal to A, and therefore when it travels a distance of A towards the mean position, then let's suppose it is situated at this distance. This is A. So the displacement of the particle from the mean position would be A minus A. So this x would be equal to A minus A, and that is equal to A cos omega tau. Now in the second case, the particle moves in the same direction in the tau seconds, in tau more seconds, and it travels a distance of 2A. So now the particle travels a distance of 2A, and it is situated at this point. So the total distance traveled by the particle in 2 tau seconds is 3A. So the distance of the particle when it is situated at this position, so its displacement from the mean position is A minus 3A. So x will be equal to A minus 3A, and that is equal to A cos 2 tau omega into 2 tau. Okay, so this is the equation of SHM in the second case. Now we know that cos 2 omega t can be, this is cos 2 omega tau can be written as A minus 3A by A, and cos omega tau can be written as A minus A by A. Now we know that cos 2 omega tau and cos omega tau has a relation, that cos 2 theta is equal to 1 plus cos square, in fact cos square theta is equal to 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. So we can say that cos omega tau will be equal to, cos square omega tau will be equal to 1 plus cos 2 omega tau by 2. And let us substitute these values in this equation. So cos omega tau is A minus A by A. So A minus A by A whole square is equal to 1 plus this cos 2 omega tau. So cos 2 omega tau is equal to A minus 3A by A. So this is 1 plus A minus 3A by A divided by 2. So this is A minus A by A whole square is equal to, this is 1 by 2, and this is A plus A minus 3A by A. So this is A minus A by A whole square is equal to 1 by 2, 2A minus 3A divided by A. So A minus A whole square into 2 is equal to A into 2A minus 3A. So opening this square, this is A square plus A square minus 2AA is equal to 2A square minus 3AA. So cancelling this 2A square with 2A square, so it would be 2A square minus 4AA is equal to minus 3AA. So 2A square is equal to AA, and therefore small a is equal to A by 2. Now we have to find out the amplitude, in fact. So amplitude is A is equal to 2A. So there is no option which contains the correct value of amplitude. So therefore the time period of the oscillation. So if we have to find out the time period, then we can find out omega. So we can substitute this value in this equation. So you can see that cos omega tau is equal to A minus A by A. So this is equal to A minus A by A. So capital A is equal to 2A. So this is 2A minus A by 2A. So cos omega tau is equal to 1 by 2. This is tau. Now we know that when cos theta is half, then theta is equal to pi by 3, and this omega is 2 pi by t into tau. So cancelling pi with pi, tau is equal to, in fact, t is equal to 6 tau. So the correct answer for the time period would be 4th. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, there are two particles which are executing SHM along x-axis, and their amplitude is same, which is A, and their angular frequency is omega. Now their mean position is separated by a distance of x0, where x0 is greater than A, and we have to find out the maximum separation between them. In fact, it is given that maximum separation between them is x0 plus A, and we have to find out the phase difference between their motion. So let's suppose that the first particle has a mean position of origin. So its equation would be x1 is equal to A sine omega t. I'll tell you again that I have assumed that the first particle is having the mean position of x0. X is equal to 0, which is the origin. Now the mean position of the second particle is x0. So the equation of second particle would be x2 minus x0 is equal to A sine omega t plus phi. This phi is the phase difference between these two particles. Now x2 will be equal to x0 plus A sine omega t plus phi, and x relative will be equal to x2 minus x1, which is equal to, this is x0 plus A is common, and this is sine omega t plus phi minus sine omega t. Now it is given that the maximum relative separation between them is x0 plus A. So we know that to maximize this x relative, we write down the dx relative by dt is equal to 0. So when we differentiate this x relative with respect to time, then differentiation of x0 would be 0, and this is A. I am writing dx relative by dt. So this is equal to A cos omega t plus phi into omega minus omega a cos omega t. Now we equate this to 0, and by equating it to 0 we get cos omega t plus phi is equal to cos omega t. Now you should carefully solve this equation. You cannot write that omega t plus phi is equal to omega t, because in that case phi would be automatically 0. So there would be we all know that this is also equal to that omega t plus phi is also equal to minus omega t. So if this relation is exists between them, then also cos omega t plus phi would be equal to cos omega t. So this is 2 omega t minus 2 omega t is equal to phi, and omega t is equal to minus phi by 2. So we can substitute the value of this time in this equation 1. So substituting this value, we know that x relative maximum is given as x naught plus a. So x naught plus a will be equal to x naught plus a sine, we are substituting the value of omega t as minus phi by 2. So this is minus phi by 2 plus phi minus this is minus phi by 2, because this is sine omega t. So cancelling this x naught with x naught and a with a, we get now this is sine phi by 2 and this is plus sine phi by 2, and this is equal to 1. So 2 sine phi by 2 is equal to 1, and sine phi by 2 is equal to half. So we can say that phi by 2 is equal to pi by 6, because sine theta is equal to half when theta is equal to pi by 6. So phi will be equal to pi by 3. So the phase difference between these particles is pi by 3, and hence the correct option is option number B. Now let's move on the next question. In this question, a student says that he had applied a force of F is equal to minus k root x on a particle, and the particle is moving in simple harmonic motion. He refuses to tell that whether k is constant or not. Assume that he has worked only with positive x and there is no other force acting on the particle, and he is telling the truth. So if he says that this is a equation of simple harmonic motion, then if we compare it with the equation of simple harmonic motion, which is F is equal to minus kx, then we can see that this k would be depending on x, because in this case the power of x is root, which is 1 by 2, and in this case power of x should be 1, which means the value of this k can be equal to, let's suppose this is small k, this is small k, and this is capital K. So the value of this small k, if the value of this small k is equal to k root x, then we can say that if we substitute this value here, then it would be a simple harmonic motion equation. Hence this k is depending on root x, which means that if x will increase, then k will increase. So the correct answer will be option number 1.